Hey guys. So, how are you doing today? So this is about my political history. Oh man, where do I even start with this? I grew up with a pretty conservative grandparents. I was raised by my grandparents most of my life. Um, Now my mom was a whole different story. She's still around, by the way, but she was more do what you want to do type thing. Um, with those two different upbringings, I was really confused. So when I got to go with my grandparents, I'm not gonna say what I got. It's kind of tragic, but when I got to go to my grandparents, um, I'm still with my grandparents now, by the way. Um, I was conservative for a little while. Never really liked it because I thought it was just a little too much, in my opinion. Um, but my grandparents were conservative, so of course I was for a little while, right? It's just how it goes. And I figured out none of this stuff was for me, so sadly, I started getting into conspiracy theories, what kind of messed my brain up for a little bit. So far, my grandma had to pull me away from it. Um, so I stopped, the conspiracy theories, but in a weird way, I still had my conspiracy theories. So instead of being a conspiracy theorist, I went up to being a libertarian. And I was a libertarian for a little while. I believe in liberty. They believe in liberty. So, of course, I was a libertarian. And I started noticing things. Like the fact, I had a couple libertarian friends at school. Not very much, but I eventually found some. And what I remember back in my high school days is the fact what turned me off to libertarianism. A lot of them were really mean to women. They wanted like a 50s lifestyle, and I was like, no. So I stopped that, and I didn't know what to do, and I finally heard the word feminism. And I can't remember where I heard it from actually, but I was like, yes, I'm a feminist. You know? Um, so, and I kept being a feminist. Other things I kind of believe in, except for that, is just, I'm kind of an idealist with a splash of realism. That's a good way to reframe it. I believe in everybody should have opportunity. I guess you can call me an opportunist. I'm very into the idea of, you know, giving to the poor, helping out people, the less fortunate. I can't call myself a leftist too much anymore, sadly, because the left. I mean, I agree more with the left, don't get me wrong, but the left has kind of turned it into this cesspool of sexism and I mean, don't get me wrong, the white is not any better. The white sucks, in my opinion. But the left, I'm sorry to say, has turned into basically just the second white. And the only way to stop that, I think, is. I used to not like radicals that much, especially radical feminists. But you know what? I changed my mind now. Radical feminists don't really hate me for being male, they just hate the sweatshirt what males have made. And I agree, because I hate the sweatshirt what males have made. So, I'm with them. I'm with radical feminism. And I agree with them. When you're feminist, in my case, a feminist ally, you don't really agree with much political agendas, except for yours, and that is how are you going to make this world a better place, and a better place for women, and all that stuff. Now, does it have some things about radical feminism I do disagree with? Sure, but those are very small, and those usually come from the more extreme side of radical feminism, but for the most part, though, I do agree a lot with radical feminism. I do. Um, yeah, that's my political history. I was gonna throw in some of my spiritual beliefs, but I decided to leave that out. But if you guys want me to make a video about my, beliefs, my spiritual beliefs, let me know, because it's kind of a more weirder history, actually. Okay, have a good day, bye.